You are listening to the all-new Grindtime Sports Talk in the Mornings with Baldhead and DB. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe.
Grind time. Top of the morning, DB, what's good with you?
Man, top of the morning, you know, man, late nights, early mornings, man. What's going on with you, man?
Chilling, little cuz, late nights, early morning, baby. Back at it. Grind time on this Friday, man. Happy Friday.
Man, happy Friday, man. Say, we made it, man. Another one down in the books, man.
Oh, yeah. What you got planned for the weekend, little cuz?
Man, honestly, man, I'm gonna let it flow outside of these games, man. Just catching these games, man, and doing a little thing with a little family thing. I'm just gonna let the rest of it flow. Let it come to me.
Let it come to you, cuz. I heard that. That's what's up, man. Well, Grind Time Sports in the morning. We back at you on this Friday. About to review the games from last night, from Thursday night in the NBA. It was just 4 of them. No, it was 5 games last night. And we're going to kick it off with the late game last night. The Nuggets and the Clippers, the champs, going down to the James Harden and Kawhi Leonard-less LA Clippers last night. They lose the game 100-102. Paul George and James Harden led the Clippers over the Nuggets last night. Did you see the game? What did you think about the Clippers? How they looking?
Man, can we get a bomb drop for them, man? Can we get a bomb drop?
We can get a couple of them. Clippers did do their thing last night.
Man, they did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Man, they came out, man. They performed. I love what I saw. You know what I'm saying? And and first and foremost, somebody from LA beat the Nuggets.
Oh yeah, somebody did, because your boys got swept.
You know what I'm saying?
They swept them under the rugs.
It wasn't easy, but it happened. But man, what I saw yesterday out there, last night, even though Jokic got out, he did his thing.
He did. He had a good game.
He had a great game. But it wasn't great enough because he didn't bring home the W, man.
That's a monster triple-double, though.
30, 16, and 17 is crazy, man.
40 minutes.
40 minutes. That's crazy, man. He had a good game. He just didn't bring home the W, man. But
he did.
I'm glad what I observed from him, man. I noticed that it was hard for the rest of the other team to kind of score and get off from Denver. I feel like the defense was there. The body, the length. You know what I mean? The body length was there. The defense was pretty impressive. Like I said, it's pretty hard to stop Joker.
Yeah.
Joker, he's gonna give you what he's gonna give you anyway. Only thing you can pretty much do is kind of slow him down the best way you can slow him down. But Zubac, obviously his 14 and 15
boards.
And 15 that he brought out did enough to sustain a win over.
Oh, it's a lot, because when you got a big man that plays the paint, that's what you're going to get regularly on a nightly basis in this NBA, because most big men floating out along the three-point perimeter, so he the tallest guy down there most of the time.
Yeah, I agree. And then, like I said, when you got a big man that's big enough that can actually, he got the weight on him, and he's just as wide as pause, and he can slow him down. That's what's gonna happen. Like I said, you're not gonna stop him. He's still gonna get what he's gonna get. but he got,
Yeah,
but you still be effective enough to stop him from completely going off, because that game could have been he could have had a 40-point game, he could have had a 45 50-point game, you know what I'm saying, but he didn't. He had a 36-point game. Then, like I said, you know, Paul George doing a good job of slowing down Porter them and Gordon, you know, 2 for 10 from the 3-point line from Porter.
Yeah.
You know, hey, he usually not shooting like that. But like I said,
I told you he could shoot the Nuggets out of a game. I told you that a long time ago. Michael Porter Jr. for as much as he could have a 30-point night and surprise you on a night, and he could do that regularly, he could also shoot them out of games. But the Clippers, they had 20 points from James Harden, 8 assists, 6 rebounds last night, 28 from Paul George, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. That's a pretty good ball game. 12 from Russ off the bench, 11 from Norman Powell. Like I said, man, but it was without Jamal Murray. If the Nuggets got Jamal Murray last night, I think they easily win the game. He at least gonna give them 15 to 20 points. He a better defender on the perimeter than what Reggie Jackson or Braun is gonna give you. I just think the Nuggets just missing their superstar. Once they get them back, the Nuggets gonna be all right.
Yeah, but you know, the Clippers, they missing Kawhi.
That's true. That's a big piece too.
So everybody missing somebody. You know what I mean? So you know, it was a good game. It was a good matchup. I'm glad to see I'm glad to see that they took their L, you know, and the Clippers pulled it off, and they pulled it off over a good team, you know, because they needed that. You know, James Harden, you come out with 20 points. You didn't shoot great from the 3-point line. You was 2 for 13 from the 3-point line, but you know, other than that, you know, it was a good game. He scored. He managed to make it happen and pull off his and bring, you know what I mean. And
how you feel about Mike Malone putting that ball in Joker hands at the end of the game? You know, to bring the ball up the court. He put it in the center's hands. The center's about to bring the ball up the court in the final seconds of the game and create his own shot. Joker took a fadeaway 3-point over. I think it was Paul George, like going out of bounds. It wasn't no way that ball was going in, man. What you think about that decision?
I think it was silly. I think he shouldn't have did it, honestly. Joker, when he bring the ball down court, it usually slows down the game and the pace of the game. You didn't need a slow pace.
But it was just for the last shot of the game. I just thought. Go ahead.
I think that I still think it was horrible because you needed a fast reaction. You know what I mean? And if everybody was prepared and they knew that he was gonna hit the last shot, you know what I mean? I just don't think it was a good deal. He was better off. He was better off letting him bring the ball down court and Jokic being under the basket.
Right, he fronted overtime. That's what I think, man. He absolutely. I was going to say the same thing. It would have been better off having somebody rush the ball down the court, let Joker get in position. He one of the best players in the NBA. He probably finna get the MVP this year. He would have got into a particular space where they could have got that ball to him or drew a foul on the other team and at least gave them a chance to tie the game at the free throw line.
Or got an and one.
Or and
game off the and one.
Could have, definitely. You already know that. Definitely. I mean, he went for the win with the 3-pointer, but I just thought that was a bad shot letting Joker bring it up the court. But it ain't no big deal. The Denver Nuggets still in a pretty good position. They missing their superstar. When they get him back, they'll be all right. But they lose that game 100-102 to the Clippers last night. And another good game we had last night. 2 people battling for the 10th place play-in spot right now. The Warriors and the Rockets. It's not a battle anymore, though. The Warriors win the game 133-110. I think the Rockets pretty much done. What you think? Klay Thompson scored 29 last night, DB.
He felt comfortable with what was going on, man. He knew what they had to do. He knew it was against the Rockets. Yeah, he knew that they couldn't take that L to the Rockets.
Right.
Because guess what? You was gonna be one of the talks. You was gonna be one of the talks that was gonna be talked about.
Klay.
When it was over with.
But they've been talking about him all year.
Yeah, well, add to the fire. Yeah, add to the fire, and no matter how bad or how long they've been talking about them, to continuously talk about you, and then
Mm-hmm.
the end of the year is coming. Hey, next year, man. Listen, we don't know what we gonna do with you, man. We liable to get rid of you, man, because you
Yeah, they may be
ain't giving
trading
us
him in the
nothing, man.
summertime. I think they're gonna trade him in the summertime.
Yeah, you ain't giving us nothing. So, hey, man, you gotta go. We need to try to get something off of you, cause you just not the Clay we know no more, man. We
Right.
can't use you no more. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that ain't no package deal. You know, it seemed like it used to be a package deal with him, Steph, and Draymond.
Mm-hmm. But he dropped 29
what I mean?
last night. Steph dropped 29. That was one of the first games in a long time that I done seen them both ball on the court at the same time. Even when Klay Thompson has showed up this season, it's usually when Steph Curry was out or he was at a point advantage. But last night, 29 and 29, seemed like the Splash Brothers might be back, DB.
7 from 11 from the 3-point line. He shot way better. She shot way better than Steph did. Steph shot 2 from 6. But the thing about it was, I guess that chemistry was out there last night, and they couldn't stop him. I was watching that game, and they just couldn't stop him, man. They was moving. They
was the
moving,
Rockets, though. It's the 11th place Rockets.
Yeah. But that they came out there with a sense of urgency to where they knew they had to move their feet or lose their seat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They couldn't stop Steph. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't stop Steph. You had double teams.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They had double teams on Steph. Steph kicking the ball out, passing it out to his open man. Clay taking advantage, shooting the ball. You know what I mean? Then you had Jackson out there, which he was also doing a lot of driving. He didn't shoot no threes,
Right.
but he was still able to get the ball into the hoop.
Yeah, he was.
And so it was a lot of mismatch out there, and it was a lot of drives to the hoop that was pulling the defense out. You know what I mean? Drawing the defense in, and they were just too slow. They had them first steps on them, and they was driving it to the hoop. I'm talking amazing layups.
You talking about the Warriors?
The Warriors, top of the backboard layups, like the ball was just falling in for them. It was crazy, man.
Like you said,
Before
it looked like
it was so fast.
It looked like they had that sense of urgency that you just ain't seen in the Warriors. Even Draymond, he was out there balling. He was getting into a little battle with Dylan Brooks on the court for a while. They was fighting for position. Seemed like some technical fouls might be coming. But I saw Dre. He was keeping his cool, man. He realized it's a sense of urgency just like Stephen was, man. They was balling last night. If they go into the play-in playing like they played last night, DB, you can see the Warriors in the playoffs.
And then another thing with Draymond did speak out and say that he wouldn't do that no more. You know, he understand how important he is to the team, especially at a time like this.
Draymond always say that.
To put him in a situation no more. Yeah, so hey, he said it. Obviously, this time he held to his word. You know what I mean?
DB, it's like a husband abusing his wife and saying, "You know what, baby, I ain't gonna hit you this time no more." Nah, it's hard to take Draymond's word. He just. Besides, man, he a firecracker. The man just got to be honest with who he is. I mean, all he can honestly say, what he should say, DB, is I hope not to do it again. If I was him, I'd just keep it a bean. I'm like, man, I done done it so many times. I can't say what I ain't going to do. One of these cats get to tripping, I might Rudy Gobert him again.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And Draymond, like you said, you just don't know what. If I was impressed, he actually stayed in the game last night, man.
Yeah.
That
important
guy,
game, man. He needed to stay in.
Important game. And then another thing, you had Brooks on the floor. You know, man, Brooks. This is another thing. They got their attention with Dylan Brooks too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
which make it worse. You know what I mean? Which
make it good. It make it good.
We gotta. Yeah, we gotta get you off the court, man. We gotta. Then he is talking crazy and everything else. And it's just the history thing with them, and there's no way that they can have it to win there, because he was gonna make them feel it. He was really gonna make them feel it in the end. So the fact that they knew what they had to do and knew what it was up against, and you got a troll on the court, nah, man, we can't let y'all beat us, man. Get on up out of here, man.
Right. I give Dre his props for staying under composure because Dylan Brooks was trying his best to get under his skin and get him throughout that game. But the Warriors do go on, pull off that victory over the Rockets to keep them out of the play-in for pretty much for sure now. They got it 133-110 last night over the Rockets. And one of my favorite teams last night, Sacramento Kings, took another loss to the New York Knicks. They lose 120-109, man. Hart and Brunson combined for 66 points as the Knicks get the win over the Kings, man. The Kings been one of my favorite teams, DB, but here towards the playoffs, towards crunch time, when, as you say, when the lights getting bright, it seemed like they starting to, fold a little bit, man. What you see in the Kings last night?
Man, well, you know what? I saw not enough. I thought Sabonis, I thought he was gonna bring you better than what he brought you last night.
For sure.
With that, with how aggressive and how rugged he play, I honestly thought that, but
it's a good wrong. Game, but it ain't. Well, put it this way: you think the last few games is kind of showing what Monk being out is gonna mean to this team.
Well, that's what I was just getting to next, right after that. And then with Monk being out, not able to give you what he's able to give you and produce that, and take some of that attention off to make the team have that extra edge and a little more unstoppable when it comes down to the grit.
Yeah,
I think it does matter, man. I think
because Fox still had a good game, but what Monk does is he helps spread that floor because him and Fox such a deadly triple threat. They both could get to the cup. They both could shoot the three, and he helped take some pressure off of Fox. But see, now Fox don't got that other wingman that could put up 29 points like he put up last night, taking pressure off of him, and then obviously being that other high point scorer. When Sabonis take a back seat and score him like he did last night with 17. Murray showed up with 18, but yeah, I don't know, man. Without Monk, I don't see the Kings doing what they was just doing early in the season.
Nah, I don't either. And you need at least two more players to score 10 points apiece, and you can and that you didn't even have two more players to even give you 10 points apiece. You know what I mean? To kind of help differentiate that score to bring home the W. So especially as long as they don't have that extra help from the team on top of Monk being gone, there's no hope for the future for them.
I feel you. Yeah, man. Well, the Kings lose that. Go ahead.
And that's them pop lyrics.
Pop lyrics, you crazy. Yeah, man. Josh Hart balled last night. He almost had a triple-double, 31, 8, and 9, 35, 11, and 2 for Jalen Brunson. Nice combination, but they did get news yesterday that their big man is out for the season. Julius Randle won't be returning for the playoffs. He won't come back till next year. But the Knicks still got the victory, 120-109. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I knew that, you know what I'm saying, with the injury he got with the whole shoulder? The whole shoulder.
I think and it's a shooting arm, right?
Yeah. So I kinda figured he wasn't coming back, and that was the stuff, even if he was here, I wouldn't take the chance. It's gonna be a long, slow process. And it's a rugged game.
They ain't finna do nothing, no way.
Nah.
Yeah, I wouldn't come back on it. They ain't finna do nothing, no way, man. So yeah, the Knicks do take that game over the Kings last night, 120-109. But there was a big man that did come back this season off of his injury. Surprised us. That's Joel Embiid, man. And this is his second game back. And last night he dropped 29 points to lead the Sixers over the Miami Heat. The Sixers are 2-0 with Joel Embiid back in the lineup, DB. I think this spells danger for the Boston Celtics. What you think?
I really do. And on top of that, I was just saying how when Embiid back, he kind of compliment Maxey. And Maxey go off harder than he ever than he ever do when Embiid is on the floor. He's really dangerous when Embiid is on the floor. I've seen this so many times with them. It's like they are crazy dynamic duo. It's almost like another Kobe and Shaq type of thing. Except
we ain't gonna go that far.
With the points that when Embiid is on the floor, if you go check the stats, man.
Yeah, I see him.
Maxi's always going to give you 30 plus points.
Yeah, that's
And
a
then
good game.
Embiid-
And then Embiid dropped to 29. That's a ball game, man.
Yeah, and what I was talking about, like, for is just being having that big man and then that guard together that's unstoppable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what they kind of bring to the table. You know, which we know that, you know, MB can shoot the three. You know what I'm saying? He can spread the flow, shoot the three. Shaq could.
Yep.
But you know,
shoot little running floaters.
Yeah.
Man, what are you talking about? MB polished as a big man, bro. He can shoot all over that court. Mid-range, 3-pointers, little floaters in the lane, because he did some of all of that last night. I saw it all on display. And then Maxey with the 37, 11, and 9 and 41 minutes. Bro, let me tell you something, DB. I think I'm starting to change my opinion about what's about to happen in the East, man. I think the Celtics in trouble.
I said that.
They in trouble.
I said it. I said I wish we could go back running and run the footage back and do a highlight clip.
Right.
And me saying it. You know what I mean? They in trouble, but you know what I mean? It's
but we didn't know at the time that MB was gonna come back, but he back now, and they definitely in trouble, man.
And only one team come about that East. You hear me? Only one team come about that East, man.
Only one team could come out the West.
And that's right. And I don't think it's gonna be Boston. I think it's gonna be the Sixers and the Lakers.
Wow. Man, if you picked the Sixers and the Lakers before this season started to be in the NBA Finals, man, you'd be a rich man. Because I know them was some crazy odds on the NBA Finals like that. But the Sixers did take that victory over Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Yeah, like I said, Terry Rozier ain't going to be able to put them 30-point games together back-to-back. The problem the Heat going to run into in the playoffs is scoring. The best thing that they got going for them is they're a very disciplined defensive team. So maybe they can get some wins just holding some people under what they usually score come playoff time. What you think for the Heat, DB?
Yeah, I mean, he played a good game, 6 for 13, 22 points, and following behind JB, gave you 20. He didn't shoot good from the 3-point line. Even Kevin Love, I think even if Kevin Love shot 6-3, if he gave you a couple more of them, if the guy shot a little more efficient from the 3-point line, it would have been a different game. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it was, but I think it was a good game. It was a good game. Fast paced, it was a pretty fast paced game actually. Yeah. Also, but I just don't think that I don't think that they're gonna be able to have enough fire and power to pull off anything to where they're successful, because they just can't seem to get it right.
Not against Boston, and definitely not against Philly, and maybe even not against the Orlando Magic and Miami Heat. I think outscore. Yeah.
And time is running out. You know what I mean? Time is running out. They 42 and 35 and 42 and 34. They right behind. Obviously,
they got 6 games left.
Yeah. So hey, I can't wait to see what happens. But I don't see Jimmy Butler them doing too much in the playoffs.
Well, they still got a better record than the Sixers. They are half a game in front of them because they got 34 losses. Sixers got 35.
Yeah, but Embiid is back.
Embiid is back, though. And trust me, the Miami Heat don't want to see them in the first rounds per last night, man, because, he just getting started, if you ask me, and he warming up. He had 2 monster ball games. And
another thing, you see how he be moving? Embiid, see, that's what I'm saying. That's the thing. That's scary on 2 ends, on both ways.
I don't even think – I think he caused problems for Milwaukee, too.
Yeah. I think he would, most definitely. Milwaukee having a problem with everybody.
Yeah.
Milwaukee can't catch a break. You know what I mean? So,
but Giannis and Embiid is a pretty good matchup. I ain't gonna act like Embiid just be taking Giannis lunch, because he don't. It's usually a pretty good matchup. But I think where the advantage will probably be right now is Maxey probably a dog walk Damian Lillard in that backcourt. What you think?
Oh man, that's a no-brainer right there, man.
Yeah.
he finna do Damian greasy.
Right.
Damian finna be able to stop him. We finna run Dame off the floor. He ain't finna have no soles on the bottom of his shoes when it's over with.
Dame, an all-star, superstar point guard, though. You don't think he'll take that matchup personal?
Man,
and Dame
guys,
Dollar show up on us?
Man, honestly, with them guys running the way they run when they together, Maxey and Embiid, when they on the floor together, Maxey's going to give you 30 plus 40 points a game when they're on the floor together. And I don't know how that he plays better with them on the court together versus if he was off the court.
Yeah,
if he was off the court. You know what I mean? So it's crazy because I just knew it. I seen it so many times that I knew the pedigree that they had or that they got when they together on that floor. And, you know, it's like one of them so happy together. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those type of things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, but you know what's crazy, man, is how whack it was just watching the Sixers about a week ago. And now Embiid back. That's one of the best games on TV.
It's one of the best games on TV, man. And
that's crazy.
Honestly, still, even with the Jokic and Embiid thing, I don't think it's a good matchup, man. AD just he just did Giannis dirty when they played against them, man. He ran. He showed him who was boss, who was big dog.
Yeah, but that ain't been no regular occurrence over the years, though. Last few years, DB, Giannis been having his way with the Lakers and definitely with AD. AD can't do nothing with Giannis for real.
I disagree.
Not right now.
I disagree. The last two games they didn't play, we did that to him.
Okay.
He did it. You know what I mean? He showed him who was boss. And another thing, AD, Giannis ain't never really been able to go against AD. AD a better player. AD he can't stop AD.
He is. He a better offensively skilled player. That's it though. All around game, Giannis the better player. Giannis a 2-time MVP. AD ain't never won an MVP and he never will.
Well, he had to. I mean, who would they? He was the best man on the floor of the team. Who else could they give it to?
Yeah, but MVP ain't best player on the team. It's best player in the whole NBA.
Well, at the time, him, bringing the chip, bringing his team to a victory.
Giannis.
Hey, yeah, Giannis. Hey, he was doing this thing, and like I said, the game was still changing, so they gave it to him.
Mm-hmm.
But AD got his accolades. You know what I mean? He got his trophies and his awards. And
what's his trophies? What's his awards? And the only awards AD got is All-Star game appearances. He ain't never won Defensive Player of the Year. He ain't never been in it. He probably was in an MVP voting one year when he was with New Orleans because he used to ball so much with them, but he ain't never won no MVP or been close.
Man, the way this game is set up, man, I'm pretty sure. Well, he was always injured.
He was. You got a lot of excuses for the Lakers and for AD, man.
It's the truth. He was injured, and even if you have to play a certain amount of games and win a certain amount of games, to
he always be out,
and he be injured. So there you have it, right there. You know what I mean? I'm
just
stating the fact.
You ever heard the saying, "Your best ability is availability"?
Yeah, that's a good one.
So I mean, what does it really mean to the Lakers if the man always hurt? What if he get hurt in the first round of the play-in? I mean, the Lakers LeBron just gonna drop his head inside because he gonna know it's over. Well, it's hanging on the whim, man. It's hanging on what you said, man. Mr. Too much lotion in the morning.
Ain't nobody taking no L's this season, man. And he been drinking this milk. He got his calcium in him. Everything else, he good. He been getting, man. They
couple rocks in his pocket now.
Yeah, they been doing 80-30. He been shaking it off, and he been getting back. You see that? You see that record they got up there? Come on,
I see it. Yeah, they in the play-in.
See what's going on?
Right. Yeah. Well, AD, in my opinion, Embiid to give him fits. Giannis to give him fits. It's a few big men in the Eastern Conference to me that'll give AD fits. But the Sixers take that game over the Heat. 109 to 105 last night. It was a pretty good game.
Hey, and then one more thing I want to say about the Sixers.
Mm-hmm.
About Embiid being scary. Yeah, we know he can come in and give you what he gonna give you and do his thing, but also he's a big man that move like that, man. And he got injured like that last time, man. That's the other scary part about it. You don't want him to come back in off one of them injury reports and for being healed up, and then he's still moving the same way he been moving. And then he turned around and get injured because he's another injury prone player also.
Yeah. Well, but when I was saying that could possibly happen to Wemby, you got to just put him out there. You can't worry about that. You can't anticipate an injury. It could happen as soon as you come in next year. We're not going to anticipate nobody injury. We're going to assume health of it. That's because that's what I'm going off of. I'm even assuming AD stay healthy if he faced off against Giannis and Embiid. And I still think Giannis and Embiid both give him that work.
Well, that's just your opinion.
It's definitely opinion.
I done seen my facts on what I need to see.
You didn't see an opinion too, brother. It's all opinion.
I mean?
This is an opinionated show, man.
And we did it without LeBron on the court, so I done seen it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I done seen him give Giannis 35 and 15, 35 and 17. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I done seen it. 4-5 blocks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I didn't say
you gotta go and dig that tape up though, man. But I've seen Giannis regularly work that boy, man.
It just happened. It just happened. But you know,
Okay.
hey, you know.
All right, we also had the Atlanta Hawks and the Dallas Mavericks last night. One of my favorite teams, the Hawks. They lose again, 95-109, but they're still in the play-in in the Eastern Conference. Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, once again, like I said, man. Sneaky, scary team in the West, man, that a lot of people not paying attention to, man. But Luka and Kyrie get buckets so easy sometimes, man. They could knock somebody out, just like they did the Phoenix Suns last year and they wasn't supposed to do. But yeah, Luka and Kyrie 25 and 26 respectively. Luka 25, 8 and 12, almost a trip dub. PJ come in with another 19. Jones with 14. 8 from Hardaway Jr. off the bench. Yeah, man, I like Dallas going in the playoffs. What you think, DB?
I like them too, and it's Luka and Kyrie, man. They are a better team. They better players.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they make their team better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They make the players around them better. You know, so I think that they was really supposed. Anything is possible. You can lose to any team, but I think they were supposed to beat them. But they have beat many teams too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So we're not gonna just say that like they haven't. And yeah, they are forced to be reckoned with, man. They are forced to be reckoned with, and we seen what they did against Denver. You know, Kyrie last minute shots. We done seen Luka do his thing over teams. Last minute shot, clutch plays. Come out with triple double wins.
Regular season.
So
playoffs different.
But
we didn't see Kyrie do it in the playoffs though. Biggest shot in history. Kyrie.
Yeah, that's right. And another thing, I think them guys ain't doing nothing but evolving more. You got Luka. I think he evolved more. I think he can sustain pressure. You know what I'm saying? He can take the pressure that's put out in front of him. And not only that, Kyrie been there before, so he know what to expect. You know what I mean? He got him a ring already, so he know what it take to get there. He know what to give you. You know what I mean? He knows what to look for. So a lot of players can't say that. A lot of guys can't say that.
Experience.
That experience. So I think I think they'll be all right. You know what I mean? Until they come up against the greater team. I don't think it'll be the pressure they get them. I think it'll just be the fact that the better team beat them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's a pretty good win for the Mavericks last night. Not against one of the best teams, but I'm sure they'll just take the win just to improve on their record and get a better position in the playoffs. Yeah, the Mavericks win the game 109-95 over the Hawks last night. And Nuggets, Clippers, Sixers, Hawks, Warriors, Rockets, Kings, Knicks. That is our Thursday night lineup in the NBA. And it is Friday. What we got for Friday night? Let's see. I didn't check the game slate for Friday night.
We got the Pacers.
Prime time. We got the Kings and the Celtics, but like I said, no Monk. I ain't really gonna put a lot of stock in that game. Where the Pacers at? Pacers in OKC. That's a pretty good one. Yeah.
Kings. Yeah.
Kings and the Celtics. I'm gonna take the Celtics in that one. I'm gonna take the OKC. I'm gonna take OKC in that Pacers game, just because they done lost a couple games and they need to get back on track. We got the Warriors and the Mavericks tonight.
That's gonna be a nice game, man.
That's gonna be a good game.
Bucks and the Raptors. I'm gonna take the Raptors.
Oh man, you taking the Raptors over the Bucks?
I'm gonna take the Raptors.
Man, okay. You really ain't got no confidence in Giannis now. I'm sure Dame probably be back tonight. And then on the late game, they got the Jazz and the Clippers. Also another good one, the Timberwolves and the Phoenix Suns. Who you got?
I got give me the Timberwolves.
Taking the T-Wolves over KD.
Yeah.
KD and Book been on the road. They scored 70 points in their last game, DB.
I don't think KD gonna do it again. Give me the Wolves.
Wolves, okay. I kind of wanted to go for Ant-Man myself, but just because you took the Wolves, yeah, I'm gonna say KD them gonna pull it off tonight. KD and Book gonna show up with another 70, 75. Ant-Man ain't gonna be able to beat that by itself.
What about the Spurs? What about the Pelicans? Who you got?
Spurs and Pels.
I'm taking the Spurs.
I'm gonna take the Pels because Wembanyama, they should be in shutdown mode. Hopefully they don't even play that man too much because I don't want to see no more of him. I be anticipating the man gonna get hurt or something. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the Pelicans should win that game. But just for sake of argument, I'm gonna take Victor, man. I'm gonna say Victor gonna put up 38. He gonna block about 4 or 5 Zion shots, and the Spurs gonna pull it off.
Well, that's what I said. I said, give me the Spurs.
Oh, you got the Spurs. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take the Pels then.
Yeah.
Zion finna boom on him now. Just like that. I switch it just like that, DB.
Just like that, huh?
Just like that, cuz. Yeah.
Jazz and the Clippers.
Jazz and Clips.
I'm gonna take the Jazz, man.
Wow, man, the Clips just had a good victory last night.
I think it was just that one.
Over the Nuggets.
I don't think they can pull it off twice.
Come on, you don't think they can beat the Jazz and they just beat the Nuggets?
I don't think that James Harden gonna show up tonight.
2 days in a row, huh? He got drunk last night on that one.
That's right.
He not showing up tonight.
He not showing up. Matter of fact, he don't even want to come out the house. He want to stay at the crib and bake
probably
cookies.
still at the club with Russ.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? I thought I seen him with Lil Baby. I thought I seen him get on the fight with Lil Baby. So
right. You know he ready.
Yeah, he ready. So I just don't see him showing up tonight, man. So we'll see.
Well, I'm gonna take the Clippers over the Jazz. That's for sure. That's an easy win right there. Well, it is Friday. Another week down the drain for the Grindtime team. You could catch us Monday through. As a matter of fact,
check us out Monday through Friday on the Grindtime Media Network. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe.
Like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. This is the end. I'm Baldhead. This DB. We signing off for today, y'all. Peace.
Check us out Monday through Friday on the Grindtime Media Network. You are listening to the all-new Grindtime Sports Talk in the Mornings with Baldhead and DB.